Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Women Locked Up Before and After. On this one we're going to be talking about Chapter 2, Inmate Employment and Job Assignment. And going by where I was locked up at, of course, in CMCF, Central Mississippi Correctional Facility. But this is pretty much like any other place you would be going to, as long as it ain't federal, of course. But on employment, all inmates are required to work a scheduled number of hours a day and will work according to their medical class and or level of care as indicated below. Okay, before I get started here, I have something to say. And you'll see it in everything that I'm saying on here. It sounds like everybody's like a used tire or something like that. They just get rid of the old and in with the new. I mean, they go by like how bad your health is, like before they put you in they don't want you to fall out or something, I guess, on the side of the road if you go satellite or whatever. They want you in like tip-top shape or whatever to be able to, like, your body, not physically, like, or appearance really, but like just physical, like your body, how it runs, whatever. Anyway, medical class 1, good to excellent physical condition, physically capable of handling all work or program assignments. That's probably an A. Medical class 2, average to good physical condition, is capable of exerting and sustained effort over long work periods, is physically capable of most work program assignments. Disability, I guess it's supposed to say no disability because it says disability of if any or of any, but anyway, will not be jeopardized by such a general assignment. Medical class 3, fair to average physical condition, capable of sustaining effort for only moderate periods. Limitations may affect some aspect of work programs, housing assignments, considerations. Like when they say housing requirement, or like different assignments for where, like if you're at a satellite, you'd be housed like in, they had 2 different housing, like looked like it was an old motel. I mean, you can look it up, Flowwood, Mississippi, where the satellite was, where the women worked there. You can look it up. It's an old motel. They literally, it looks like it on the outside, but on the inside. On the inside, it looks like a boot camp. But there's another housing part of it across the parking lot, if you want to say, and they would house the other inmates that stayed on the grounds and worked in the kitchen and stuff like that. And the other ones would be housed on the other side that worked other jobs like in the free world, but they still wore their inmate clothes or whatever. Okay, medical class D and E, which is 4 and 5, is pretty much the same. Physical condition, limited physical capacity or stamina, can exert sustained effort for short periods. Only limitations may require special housing considerations on the class 5. Okay, now level of care. Level A, no mental health concerns. Level B, mental health intervention. Level C, ongoing mental health treatment. Level D, chronic mental health treatment. Level E, inpatient mental health treatment. And I want to tell you something, inpatient ain't what you think it is. They don't put you in a some kind of home or something like that. Inpatient is the same thing as max. They put you in the hole. Like, especially if it's mental type thing, you're going to be in there in a padded gown. Just letting you know. Turtle suit. Just letting you know. So don't do that. Don't go in there saying you have bad mental problems. Okay? Because, I mean, people don't realize when they go in there, they say, yes, I need psych medications and stuff like that, because if you do all that, all you're going to do is jeopardize trying to get to the satellite and get out get out and go home quicker. People don't realize that. They get in there and they want to take psych meds and stuff like that and just lay around like a zombie or whatever, when you could actually go to a satellite and work and get out quicker anyway. The job assignments, the inmate must request a job change through his case manager or unit management team. I don't even know why they said unit management team. There's no such thing as that. I've never heard of that before. There is a case manager though. The inmate will be assigned or reassigned jobs by the director of offender services okay, they don't do that either. It's all case manager. I don't know what all this is on here, but I'm correcting it as it is right now. Criteria for sensitive placement. Inmates with prior sex offenses or current sex offenses may be considered. No rule violation reports of any okay, wait a minute. No out of state or federal detainers for violent offenses or escape. No prior escapes within the last 5 years. All these cannot be put on these job assignments or whatever. No assaultive rule violation reports. RBR, that's what I mentioned in a couple of my videos before. RBRs, that's what you get when you get wrote up. Inmates must test negative for the use of alcohol and or drugs. There ain't not one inmate probably in that prison right now at this very moment that will test negative. I'm not playing. If it was that bad when I left there, I can only imagine what it is right now, especially with all this stuff going on right now, striking and all that stuff. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. Anyway, MET time. I mentioned this before, and there is another a girl that had asked me about that with her boyfriend, Rebecca. I'm sorry if I said it wrong because I'm trying to get through this quick. That's what your boyfriend would be trying to get by working in the satellite, or any job for that matter. You can work there in the kitchen, which Central Kitchen is the worst job ever. Everybody knows that. Central Kitchen is like, oh God, it's bad. But prison industries is the best job, only because it only pays like 13 to 15 cents an hour, but you do get, I mean, so that is something every week. You get hygiene, you know. I mean, you might not be able to get snacks, stuff like that, but at least you get hygiene. Some people can't even get that. Inmates will receive MET time if they received a mandatory or habitual sentence, assigned to a maximum security facility for disciplinary reasons, have not discharged entire sentence for conviction of a sex crime, conviction of capital murder, homicide, attempted murder, homicide, in parentheses, or second degree murder, or life sentence. Trustee status. Inmates may be recommended for trustee status based on institutional needs, outside labor crew needs, and the inmate's ability, skill. An inmate in trustee status may be awarded a trustee time allowance of 30 days, reduction of sentence for 30 days of participation in approved programs. Approved programs may include, but not being limited to, the following: community-based work programs, joint state county work programs, road crews. That's what I was doing when I was in the satellite. Sensitive placement, Mississippi Prison Industries. I mentioned that a while ago. MDOC, classified, or shall I say DOC, for Department of Corrections, anybody out there. Classified county jail support. That means that you get your jail time. Mobile work crew, the same difference as working road crew. Essential inmate unit support and or the governor's mansion. The inmates being considered for trustee status must meet special classification criteria for the appropriate custody level. An inmate is not eligible for trustee status if he is in long-term segregation, which is max the whole, seg, and does not participate in either work or treatment programs. Any inmate who refuses a job assignment or is removed from a job by a work supervisor and or a facility's controlling authority is in direct violation of trustee status and may be removed from the status. Inmates are not eligible for trustee status if they have a conviction for possession with the intent to deliver or sell a controlled substance, trafficking, attempt to commit any of these crimes or accessory before the fact to any of these crimes, been convicted of capital murder, homicide, attempted capital murder or attempted murder, homicide, or second-degree murder, been assigned to a maximum security unit for disciplinary reasons, a life sentence, not discharged the entire sentence for a conviction of a sex crime, a mandatory or habitual sentence. That's it, actually. Like I said, I basically made the video to talk about the work assignments and how they actually put them together and everything, and how they give people jobs there. They go by their work criteria and how they're physically fit and everything. There's a whole lot of elderly people down there, and people who are missing limbs that have not just from diabetes. I mean stuff that happened to them from their past. I just wanted to do another chapter of that because I haven't done it in a while. The last one was on orientation and everything, how they do it, where I was at. So anyway, if you would, like I said, you want to hear more about that, or if you have questions about something else that you want me to talk about, just comment below. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and peace, and love y'all. Bye.